cầu Móng Cái cầu chặng đường dài luôn Thái 11 tiếng rưỡi. Hai tầng ở dưới trên cái xe đó nó ngộ vậy làm cho đây.
Now if you look ahead, you'll see the Bay Bridge, which crosses from San Francisco to Oakland. Opened in 1936, the Bay Bridge is really two bridges in one, and together they span 8.5 miles across the bay. You can see the design differences quite clearly. Look at the section that connects Yerba Buena Island to San Francisco. The massive concrete pier in the center of the suspension bridge rises 200 feet above the water. It connects to a foundation of bedrock 200 feet below the surface. Above and below water, that pier is more massive than the Great Pyramid of Cheops in Egypt, and it contains more concrete than the Empire State Building. The tunnel through Yerba Buena Island is the largest diameter transportation ore tunnel in the world. The Bay Bridge received international attention when a section of the roadway collapsed during the 1989 earthquake. That section was part of the older Cantilever Bridge that connects to Oakland, on the other side of Yerba Buena Island. It is here you can see the new bridge design. This eastern portion of the bridge is the largest self-anchored suspension bridge in the world. The central tower rises 525 feet into the air and is designed to withstand a magnitude 8.5 earthquake. The new eastern span of the Bay Bridge cost more than $6 billion to construct, but is part of a vital link between Oakland and San Francisco that carries more than 300,000 automobiles per day. Now look at the low, flat island connected to Yerba Buena Island at the middle of the bridge. That's Treasure Island. It's an artificial island that was built as a site for the 1939 Golden Gate International Exposition World's Fair. Back in 1850, long before the Bay Bridge was built, it was said that there were so many ships anchored in the bay that you could walk from San Francisco to East Bay without getting your feet wet. Many of those ships were abandoned, eventually being burned, sunk, filled over, and used as landfill in downtown San Francisco. Now, look toward the downtown area, marked by the tall Transamerica Pyramid Building. It's the point in the cluster of tall buildings.
Even today, when we're doing construction in downtown San Francisco, you'll run into portions of these gold rush ships. One was discovered right next to the Transamerica Pyramid a few years back, and out of its hold came cases of champagne and jewelry, all left since the ship burned in 1953.
Look along the waterfront of the city for the historic ferry building. Do you see the 245-foot clock tower? The 12th century bell tower on the Seville Cathedral in Spain. Commuting to San Francisco in a ferry boat was the main form of transportation up until the 1930s before the Bay Bridge opened. Nearly 50,000 people a day used the ferry system. After the city's two main bridges were built, cars soon took over as the city's main form of transportation, and the ferry building was no longer a central port of entry for commuters. Today, the building has been restored and contains a thriving international farmers market that is open year-round. Herb Cain, a well-known columnist for the San Francisco Chronicle, once affectionately said, "The waterfront without the ferry tower would be like a birthday cake without a candle. This iconic tower will forever be a welcoming landmark for the city of San Francisco." we cruise past the heart of the city on our way back to Fisherman's Wharf, look up at Telegraph Hill. It's the hill closest to the water, the one with the single white column on top. That's Coit Tower.
Coit Tower was built with monies left by Lily Hitchcock Coit. She grew up in the city and was a tomboy who used to chase fire engines. She quite literally would bolt out of fancy formal affairs when she heard the fire alarms going. She loved firemen. One local legend has it that the tower is supposed to be the fire model in memory of her days with firefighters.
Coit Tower is a famous San Francisco landmark. More than that, it represents the legacy of a woman who loved life, adventure, and the excitement of chasing horse-drawn fire engines. Coit Tower is also a symbol of the grand dream that became the reality of San Francisco, this sparkling city perched at the very edge of the continent. As we head back, we will soon approach our final destination. It's one of the most famous attractions in San Francisco, Pier